Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of air. So if you're Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of June the 30th through July the 2nd, 2023. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to check the description box below for ways to reach me. All right, so we have the overall energy as Justice. We've got the Four of Wands, not the Four, Five of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, the Moon, Nine of Cups, and Seven of Cups. Okay. So I feel like the overall energy may have something to do with balancing your karmas. Something that could be going on where maybe you are fulfilling some sort of karmic obligation, especially if you were dealing with an earth sign or a fire sign. And because I kind of feel like there has been someone that's been pushing you or trying to get push your buttons or get your attention, and maybe there's been some sort of frustration between you and one of these energies or both of them. And so you could be just trying to balance whatever residual karmas, residual energies that are lingering between the two of you. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're having to be in a relationship. Just in a sense, maybe tying up some sort of loose ends, or, maybe they're also triggering something within you. So that you can bring something to remembrance. The energy around these people, though, it seems like it's a little disturbing, like something is disturbing your peace, or you're feeling a bit of frustration. And I feel like you do just want to keep peace in your life. And if anybody is going to come into your life and disturb that, then maybe you're needing to remove that energy because it's triggering. And I do see you dealing with some sort of emotional triggers and anxieties here. Like maybe now somebody is, like, you thought you didn't care about something, or you thought that you were unbothered by something. And then this person reaches out to you or says something that sets you back, or makes you realize that you're still hurting or still needing to heal from that situation. And something could, cause you to cry, especially if you had been trying to hide or suppress feelings, or you tried to just forget about something, and these old feelings come to the surface. And so you could be doing a little bit of releasing. You might find yourself feeling much better after a good cry, or after maybe you needed to yell at somebody, I don't know, but after some sort of triggered event, I feel that you are going to be at peace again. Now, I still feel like emotionally there are some things that you're needing to navigate. Something is still coming off confusing. And it's like you're trying to figure it out. You're like, I don't understand, like, why this is happening. Or I don't understand why I'm thinking about this person. Or what does this mean? What does this dream mean? You might be having a lot of strange or unusual dreams, especially in regards to a past life. Some of the dreams that you're having, those may be events from a previous life. But you're like, does that mean that's going to happen in the future? It could, but I just kind of feel like it's more of a residual energy that's being awakened. In a love situation, I feel that somebody is just basically confused about what they want. They're all over the place. One minute they want to be with you, the next minute they don't. Now, I do get the energy too of someone maybe being under the influence. So it's possible that someone is reaching out to you because they're drinking or they're high, but especially if they've been drinking. You could also be dealing with energies of sadness or depression, whether it's you or the people around you or someone in particular around you. Somebody might be a little depressed. Maybe you are the one that's trying to keep the peace or stay happy, but they're they're just kind of bringing your energy down or just like confusing you or just causing some kind of anxiety. Um, There is also a possibility that someone can't seem to stop thinking about you and maybe they're spying on you in some way. Um, Especially more so if you're in some sort of unusual relationship or you feel like you have like that metaphysical connection with someone, or if you specifically know somebody was into stuff like that. Astral projection, astral traveling, all of those type of things. And it's very possible that, yes, this person has been using those methods to try to spy on you or to just like stay in your energy. Emotionally, like as an empath, if you consider yourself to be an empath, you definitely might be having like heightened emotions, and it would be confusing for you because you might be happy one minute and then the next thing you know you just feel weird or off, and that could be because you're picking up on the energies of someone else. If you are a medium, you are in contact with the dead, it's possible that those type of spirits are just all around you. Like you might be attracting unusual energies or spirits towards you unintentionally, but just if you're an empath, you might just be like a walking portal to these type of beings. So they could be screwing with you this weekend. You might find yourself indulging a little bit, especially if you've been under stress. And then maybe you're justifying you're justifying why you're drinking an extra glass of wine or having a few extra beers, or why you're indulging in whatever it is a form of escapism for you, because it seems like you are under a lot of stress and you're like, I need this. Excuse me, this is the only way that I can get through this, or I need a couple of sips. So yeah, you definitely could be overindulging because of stress, or it could be anything that you're justifying your reasons for doing so. Um, Now you also could be dealing with literal legal documents. You could be needing to get ready to go to court, or maybe you receive some sort of court documents. There's a possibility of you receiving some sort of settlement or inheritance, but you're needing to sign something. So anything that requires your signature, even if it's not necessarily going to court, is just some sort of legal agreement that you might need to sign this weekend. Maybe you're also kind of nervous about it. You might be wondering if you're making a right decision. If you are creative, I feel like your imagination might be running wild this weekend. You might be working on some sort of romance or horror, or maybe it's like a combination of the two. Maybe it's a romantic horror. Maybe it's a dark comedy. But if you are a writer, I feel like you could be working on something very dark, deep, strange, and unusual. I see a little laughter in it too, so I feel like there is still some sort of comedic element to something that you're writing, although the nature of it could be dark. Also in love, it's possible that there are two people trying to fight for your attention, and maybe you are confused about who you love or who you should move forward with. Finances are likely the same, no major changes in finances, but there could be an opportunity on the way for you, a new financial opportunity. And if you do accept it, it's like you're going in at entry level. Yeah, you definitely could be linked to two people spiritually. I feel like there's someone who is watching you from a distance. They're afraid to come forward. It could be a past person, and it also could be a love, like a secret admirer. Something also might catch you off guard about who it is or about how they approach you. You also could be seeing synchronicities of 9. That may be indicating something about completion, but dealing with inner work. I'm hearing confusing times ahead. Feeling emotionally lost, conflicted. Let's say, God forbid, you found out some terrible news about somebody that you couldn't stand or hated, or were holding on to some sort of a grudge, and then you find out that they're not here anymore, and so you feel conflicted. You feel sad, but you were still angry at that person. So it's some sort of conflicting feelings that you could be dealing with. Yeah. Or just hearing any type of news about somebody from the past, or somebody that you used to be cool with. Find out something secret, hidden, or taboo, and you feel conflicted. Okay, you also could be receiving messages from the other side. Again, if you are a medium, like spirits might be very active this weekend for whatever reason. It could be some sort of transit that is allowing energies to come through, or like the veil is just like very thin this weekend. Um, hmm. You also might have a glimpse of future events that are very disturbing, especially things dealing with the moon. Mm. Somebody's emotional pain could like manifest as physical ailments, especially pain that has been hidden or suppressed for a long time. Um, you might take an interest in like Chinese medicine, or anything that deals with energy to help release some of these energies that could be weighing you down or holding you back. Um, I feel like there's a need to release a burden. Someone around you is coming off as having split personalities, um, out of character. Maybe they're being very confusing. I don't know if somebody has been clinically diagnosed as being bipolar, um, or PTSD. Something, I feel like someone is not who they appear to be. I also feel that somebody might be trying to deflect from their emotions. On a positive note, this is going more towards creativity. And like I said, like maybe someone or something is like a muse and you're feeling inspired and you're getting like all these creative ideas that you want to flesh out. And so, you could be going on some sort of a creative frenzy and just like creating, creating, creating. Um, some of you also could be doing some sort of spell work or magic to try to get clarity on a situation. I'm getting something about turning lemons into lemonade. So there could be some sort of situation that initially seems to be negative, but you end up making the best out of it, or you laugh to keep from crying. I also feel like you are going to be at peace with some sort of decision that you make. So that's another thing. Like something could be going on where you are debating or you've been going back and forth and you don't know what you need to do. And it's like you're trying to use your intuition, but you feel so confused. You're like, I don't know. What if I'm making a wrong decision? And then ultimately you do what you feel is just and fair, or you just do what you feel is like the right thing. And ultimately it does seem like you are at peace with your decision. You're like, okay, I'm glad that I decided to do this or to do that, or not to do this or that. Kind of seems too like you had a secret, or you have a secret that you're keeping to yourself. You're happy about the fact that you have this little secret. Or you're happy that you never told anybody. You're like, I'm so glad I never told anybody about this. I see you finding peace through isolation and detachment. Also, if there has been some sort of emotional blockage, or any type of blockage preventing you from reaching a certain goal, I feel like it's going to be removed, which also makes you happy. Like maybe you couldn't do something until you got permission, or until somebody else sent you some sort of document or agreement. And I feel like finally it's sent in and you can do whatever you need to take care of. Offhand, I see somebody's been self-pleasuring themselves to you, or you have been doing this to somebody. Somebody's got a secret. Also, somebody could be spying on you and they're happy to find out that you're single. Maybe this person feels some kind of entitlement or something. I don't know. They feel like their ego gets blown up to find out that you're still single, or that you're no longer in some relationship, and this excites this person. Also, if you had blocked somebody, or your page was private and suddenly is open, or you remove that block, this person's happy and they really feel, maybe it wasn't even for this person, but they might think you did that for them. They're like really happy about it. Again, in regards to something metaphysical, I feel like somebody has secretly been astral traveling, and they're like, oh good, they saw me, or I know that they I was successful at whatever I did. So somebody has been doing something in secret, and maybe there's going to be a sign given that their whatever they were doing was successful, and they're like, oh good. Even if it's you, like maybe you've been secretly astral traveling or remote viewing somebody, and then they post something on their social media that confirms that they saw you or something. So yeah, I feel like somebody is like very excited about that. But yeah, there's something in regards to a big secret that somebody has been keeping to themselves. I feel like it has to do with a crush, but somebody also could be planning on moving away and not telling anybody. It's like, you know, suddenly you just up and move and you didn't tell anybody. Yeah. All right, so let's see what additional messages there are for air signs. All right, what additional messages are there for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? All right, we have the Thinking Woman, Contract, Deceit, Overall Energy, the World. That's been coming out in everybody's reading so far. So again, it's like reaching the end of an era, or there is some sort of chapter in your life that's coming to an end. And something maybe requires your signature, but I feel like before you sign something, you want to do your research and you want to make sure you understand what you're signing up for or agreeing to. Unfortunately, it still looks like there is something deceptive, but maybe something is a fair trade-off. It's like, okay, they want this, well, I want that, you know, and it's just like both things that are being exchanged could be deceitful in a way, but it's like you're agreeing to it. If not, though, I would still be cautious because, you know, there could be some sort of hidden clause in regards to what you agree to. I feel like somebody is being tricked into agreeing to something, or being promised something in return. Maybe someone is trying to pull the wool over your eyes and you just have to call them out or fight to make sure that you get what you asked for. I'm also seeing 11s. So you seeing 1111 could mean some sort of activation. It could be some sort of spiritual awakening if you haven't had one. If you feel like you have a twin flame, this could be coming into communication with your twin flame. Those are just several things that I feel it could be off the top of my head. But I feel like something is in alignment. Something's getting ready to happen. There's also the possibility that maybe someone is trying to secretly visit you. Or maybe you are, you know, trying to go somewhere. But like I said, you're being quiet about it. You're not telling people, like you just sneak out. Maybe you break your lease. Or you do something, like the way you move, the way you go about moving could be deceptive. Yeah. So those are the energies that I'm getting. Hopefully some things resonated, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.